Now, we have asked the smart team of Nova Home Loans to come on and talk about reverse mortgages before, but really we have just scratched the surface on the topic. So today we're going to get even closer of a look at the features and benefits to see if this is really right for you. Robin Loomis and Glen are the perfect people to get all of the answers from. And I was saying before we started, I feel like I could get a reverse mortgage. You guys have done such a good job of explaining it so that I can even understand it, which is not very easy. But I want to make sure I understand those basics we've gone over before. You have to be at least 62 years old. One person on the loan has to be of that age. Then you basically take that, the value of the home, and that's where we come up with the amount. Is that correct?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
And then once we get that amount, we can either do monthly, we could do lump sum, or a credit line, right?
Very well.
I feel like I'm in a test.
Good
I'm
job.
doing so good right now. But how does that work? So now that we have that amount, we know we can make those choices. What happens from that point?
Well, the senior really gets to decide how they want the money from there. And as you said, it can be a monthly income, a line of credit, those things. And we often think about the reverse mortgage fitting that person that's cash poor. But there are some very interesting ways to use it for high net worth folks, for example. You know, one of the ways to use it is to reduce your income tax.
Yes.
Yes. Seniors can do that by using the line of credit to supplement their income, if you will, their cash flow. So they're not drawing their retirement funds right at the point where they're retiring when their tax rates are higher. They can wait until they're further into their retirement when their tax rate's gone down, and then they stop using the reverse mortgage funds and start using their other retirement funds.
See, this is what I meant by diving even deeper today and finding out even more benefits. That there's so many benefits, it's hard to kind of cover everything. But have you guys kind of noticed that financial planners are telling people when they're talking about retirement and looking into the future, you should learn about reverse mortgages now?
For years, financial planners looked at the reverse mortgage as competition for their products. And more they're understanding that's not the case. In fact, there have been a number of studies lately. There's a Nobel Prize winning economist who came out with a study that said that those who take a reverse mortgage early in retirement are much more likely to have those funds last all the way through retirement than those that wait until they run out of their money. So many people say, well, I'll get a reverse mortgage later. And that's actually just the opposite of what you should do.
Because we're also talking about how it affects Social Security.
Mm-hmm. Social Security, another great option to look at. If you take Social Security at a younger age, you get a reduced benefit. Okay. For every year you wait, you can get up to an 8% gain in your Social Security amount. So if you want to maximize the amount that you get in Social Security, you simply wait to take it. Wait from 62 to the age of 70. But we didn't tell you, how do you pay your bills during that time? And the reverse mortgage, one of the features is to set up a term. So you can take the money over that 8-year period. At the end of 8 years, you stop getting money on the reverse mortgage and you start getting the higher Social Security.
This, again, this diver deep in it, it's really covering, I think, a lot of people under different circumstances. And again, helping us out. Don't think later. This is something that 62 is that good jump off point. But I know we've also covered about if you want to move out of your home. We've talked about downsizing. We've already talked about a lot of that. But what about fixing up your home? Does that ever come into play here?
All the time.
Okay.
When I'm talking to my clients, I'll ask them, how is your house? First, is it suited for you to stay in? Of course, we want to make sure it's a good house for them to stay there. But then most of the times our seniors haven't had a physical or financial ability to do some of those fix-up items that they've needed to do. Either the paint needs to be done or they haven't had carpeting put in their house for 20 or 30 years. You know, so many ideas. Or they just want an upgraded kitchen. You know, that was their dream and they weren't able to afford it. So now we can show them ways to be able to do that. And the nice thing is, they expect that they have to do these things before doing the loan, and they don't have to.
Oh.
We actually hold back part of the proceeds of their reverse mortgage. They get a period of time, generally around 6 months, to get that work done. And then we go ahead out of those proceeds and pay whoever did the fixing up for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes complete
beautiful
sense.
Absolutely.
There's so many ways that you guys, and I say you guys because you guys really are the people to come to, that you really walk them through what is best, what is your end goal really at the end. Is it Social Security, you know, helping me with that time frame that I want to wait? Is it fixing up my home? Is it downsizing to another home? You guys really will fix whatever comes into that specific person in their situation. But if you have a family or a person that comes in and maybe has some concerns about, you know, giving up property or anything like that, what do you say to them?
That's a big concern.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times the kids come in or the parents think, I just gave up my house for this certain amount of money that I can get out of the reverse mortgage, and it's not accurate at all.
Okay.
And so we try to rest their fears and make sure they understand how it truly works. And it really is just a loan.
Yeah.
We give them proceeds out of the house when they should pass on or no longer live in and occupy that house, sell the house, what have you. Then that loan gets paid off, and all the extra equity that's in that house belongs to the senior or then the estate. So
Yeah.
if the seniors have passed on, it doesn't go to the lender. The kids never have lost this. It's a beautiful safeguard, a beautiful way for our seniors to be able to live in their home, protect it, and still pass on that benefit to the kids.
You guys make it so easy to understand, and like I said, if I can understand it, anybody can understand it. I feel like I'm becoming, very well versed in it, and I'll be prepared when it's time for me to make these kind of decisions. I want to thank you guys both, but I want to remind everybody how they can get a hold of you guys for even more questions. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely. For more information about reverse mortgages, call 790-5900 or visit smartteamhomeloans.com.